What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, recently Cam'ron has come under fire for taking a shot at Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Now, of course, Cam'ron is a very popular rapper. We know him from being, in the Dipset group. And in this particular Instagram post, he posts their photo and he said, the reason why, or the reason I didn't go see Creed. Now, many people are saying like, hey, he's saying this because he's taking a shot at the LGBTQ. He's saying that these guys are, but I don't think that's what he's trying to say. And in fact, I want to give a shout out to the African diaspora and the YouTuber who's now known as the Blackest Truth, right? Shout out to her. She's a very good YouTuber. Check her out. She made a video on the channel, African Diaspora News Channel, and the topic of the video was called, "Are Our Young Men Targeted for the Emasculation Agenda?" I'm going to play that clip and then I'm going to come back.
This is not to be offensive. This is simply to introduce a serious conversation. Because as a black woman who hopes to go off and be with a black man, procreate black men and black women, when I look at the state of black male masculinity and the agenda and the continuous push to put black men in dresses on the red carpet, here and there and everywhere I turn, or when you look at Disney, a lesbian or homosexual character, and we know that our children are watching this, and you see the push, it continuously makes you wonder, what exactly are we going to do? Because I feel like we're in this state of where we're accepting everything. Everything is changing. Unicorn children, rainbow children, everyone's a rainbow. Calling our children this and really being accepting of who people want to be and identify as. We're losing our family. We're losing what it takes to procreate self, the vision and the goal. Some of us talk about the old times and how black men used to be and how black women used to be and how we used to dress and how we used to interact and how the whole neighborhood looked out for the children. But these neighborhoods, these black men and black women, they didn't behave like we're behaving right now. They didn't think like we're thinking right now. If we get too millennialized and we get too forward and too everything's okay, I'm simply over here trying to point out some things that I feel like we are too accepting of and they using on the cool to destroy us. This is to simply call out of all the ways you can portray black men, why does it just seem like y'all have a genre of black men that you want to pull from?
So now, here is what I'd like to talk about today. A lot of our black men are, ascending in the entertainment world. You see a few things. If they're not going in the emasculated route, you see a lot of the brothers dealing with the white women. That's true of Jonathan Majors and now Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx. So they're assimilating into more or less that role, right? By still being, kind of like a black liberal, Black Lives Matter undertones and things like that. That's one thing. But what we're seeing is even for heterosexual black men, they're taking poses looking like women. This is also very similar to the controversial Ebony magazine photo of Mr. Jonathan Majors, where he looked like, somebody said it's like a character from like another place, but if you look at that Ebony photo was very questionable, right? The one with his lips poked out, crossing his legs. It's insinuating that this is closer to something that isn't masculine. Like you wouldn't see this in what you would consider some of the masculine countries like Russia, China. Some of this where a lot of those guys, they're not dealing with stuff like this there, right? And when you look at the black man, why is that every time a black man has to be promoted in the entertainment scene, it almost seems like, this guy has to be showing some level of femininity, even though allegedly he's living a lifestyle which is straight. And what Cam'ron is saying, and my honesty is, listen, probably has no problem with people, but are the LGBTQ. But if you're gonna push this on us in photos of them like that, I can't support that because it doesn't look like it's manly. And to be honest, depending on what area you're from, it don't. Look at Cameron. Now, Cameron, people gonna come after him and say, well, Cam, you wore pink in Dipset. I've never seen nobody rock pink more masculine than Dipset. They are the first guys. Most dudes would never wear nothing pink, right? When Dipset came out, Jim Jones and them, Joel Santana, all of them, and they started wearing pink, it made brothers like, look, man, I won't lie, I had me a little pink collar shirt. I was a pastor, right? I had me, some church shoes. Hey, brother, I was out there with them on too. Not even gonna lie to you though. All right, had them on because it wasn't about the color; it was about the man inside of the shirt. He wasn't out there holding his hand in a certain way or, blowing kisses at anybody. He wasn't doing that. He was still acting like, as we know in our culture, a masculine black man. So a lot of brothers could identify with this. But now in this era, when you're dealing with somebody like, the Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan B. Majors, some of the stuff that they do, man, it don't seem like, it's the most masculine thing in the world. Is it? I mean, I'm not trying to say what they're doing is, for me, I see where it's coming from. And a lot of brothers just don't want to support that. A lot of the brothers just don't want to support that. A lot of men want to be depicted as heterosexual black men with their own masculinity. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to do it. You got to create your own movies. All right? This is where guys got to start to get it right. You're not going to be able to do it by not creating your own things, your own situation, your own stuff. You cannot do it that way. Black men in particular have to do what? Create their own image. Create their own image. You're going to have to do that. Because if you don't create your own image and tell your own story, they going to tell it. Because they paying you. That's why I urge brothers so much, man. Brothers, start working together, man. Black men got to start working together. Black men got to just start at saying hello. Once black men can do that, then you can start going for coffee. Then you can start using your masculine logic to solve problems. Then once you can do that, you can set up the standards of how to do things in business and things like that. Then you can create your own industry about what you're trying to do. Now, then you can tell your own story. A lot of black men want to tell their own story, but they don't. And then we don't come together to tell our own story. So then when the folks do it, we get mad. Ain't nobody stopping us from telling our own story. We already got the money. We just don't have the discipline to work together. That's our issue. Once we get the discipline to start working together, all this is gonna be all right. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.